shot fake. Gaines will have to heave a long 30-footer. Oh! Oh, yeah! Court holds it high to Newman. Long three! Goal! Holy smokes! He hit a 26-footer! The timeline guarded by Holden. Rashad gonna drive. Penetration. He lost the basketball. Ball loose on the floor. Ezra tries to pick it up. He's got to throw it up at the horn. And it goes! It goes! It goes, baby! A three-pointer! A three-pointer! The Dogs have won it at the horn, and it's Bedlam on the press row. 73-70. Dogs do it again. Run for your lives. The students are everywhere.
Moments away from tip-off. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification, Bulldog Sports Network. Our keys to the game are driven by Ford F-150. Check out the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs, at your local Ford dealer today. And the pre-birthday man, I won't say boy, Chuck Dowdle has our keys to the game. Happy birthday in advance, by the way,
well,
Chuck.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we got a few more hours to go before we hit there, but I appreciate it. Let's start with Jeremiah Wilkinson's absence. That's going to have a huge impact on this game. How much will depend on how we handle it. So here's what I'm suggesting tonight, and that is we got to have a team effort to make up for the 17 points we're going to be missing. But primarily, I'm looking at Cannon, I'm looking at Blue, and I'm looking at Smurf to be the guys to hit from three range and make up for that 17 we're missing with Jeremiah's absence. Then defensively, pack it inside. Invite them to take the three. They are, and this is not often you say this, they are the worst in the entire SEC at three-point shooting, hitting only 28%. Let's invite them. Let's make it, have it catered. Whatever we need to do, we want them shooting threes.
Florida's starting five: Boogie Flan, Xavier Lee, the guards, and then Alex Condon, Thomas Houck, Ruben Chinyelu. Three of the best in the front court business for the Florida Gators. Florida in blue, Georgia in gray. Gators win the opening tap, and we are underway at Stegman Coliseum. Florida with the first possession of the ball game. Our officials tonight: KB Burdett, Courtney Green, Keith Kimball. Condon's pass to Chinyelu inside is stolen by Somto. The Dogs with a steal on the first possession for the Gators. So Georgia has possession. Ross, dribble drive into the paint. Picks up the dribble, underhands it to Blue. He throws it back to the wing. He turns it over. His pass is picked off by Flan. Flan on the run, drives, and lays it up with a left hand good against Dylan James. Florida with the first points of the game.
Well, one thing we can't afford are empty possessions, and we start the game with an empty possession.
Georgia basketball. Somto with it, just above the left elbow, guarded by Chinyelu. Hand off to Kane. Blue drives on Lee. He's pushing, no call. High lob back to Dylan James, has to chase it down. And Somto knocked down in the paint under the basket, laying on his back away from the basketball. And Keith Kimball, the referee, blew the whistle. They're not going to look at it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. They just stopped play because Somto was laying in the lane. There's no call one way or the other, so we're just going to inbound the basketball.
How he got there is irrelevant. How he got knocked down.
Nobody knows. Ross for three, left slot, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Chinyelu. Ruben Chinyelu at 6'10" and 265, the SEC's rebound leader. He leads the league in offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds. So that makes a fine combination to lead the league in total rebounding. Lee for three for the Gators. Bricked it up there, hit the right side of the backboard, takes a friendly carom right back to Boogie Flan. Gators continue the possession. Flan, turnaround 2 on the right side is good.
Well, and that's where they make their living, is in close with those twos, but not always with the first completion, because often they'll bat it around a couple of times on the board before they'll finally finish it off with the 2.
Dylan James works against Alex Condon. Throws it up with one hand. He airballs it. From the right side, it's caught by Chinyalu, and here come the Gators. Lee fakes the 3, drives across the paint, feeds Flan, going towards the basket. Bank shot from short range, won't go. Rebound in a tussle. Dogs come out of there with it. Ross to Catchings. Cannon inside the arc, jump pass, cross court into the corner. Blue Cane wide open 3. It's the front of the rim, no good. Gators with the rebound. Hauk coming in for the lay-in, and is no good. Ross defended. Long pass, half court to Blue. Taking it to the rack, and his dunk is blocked by Condon. Swatted in the left corner. No call. May have been some contact. Gators run the floor. Lee under the basket. His pass is tipped over to Hauk, who misses a 3. With a rebound off the bounce taken by Blue Cane.
Well, it's end to end, but nobody's scoring.
Catchings turnaround, right block won't go. Off the glass, off the rim. Gators rebound, long baseball pass to Lee, running the floor. Layup good with a right hand. Georgia wants a timeout. 6-0. Florida leads. 17:04 to go first half, and Georgia uses the time.
A well-spent timeout by Mike White, because right now we're not playing well offensively. We're looking like we feel overmatched, as opposed to going out here and playing with a little confidence. We got to get some swagger. We got to get some confidence back.
Dogs use a 30-second timeout, try to calm the waters a little bit. We're 0 for 5 to start the game. Texas A&M, by the way, in Florida's win on Saturday in College Station, Texas A&M started that game 1 for 27 from the field. 1 for 27 on their shooting. They had a scoring drought of almost 10 minutes in the first half. Florida ended up winning the game 86-67, but they only led by 11 at the half after just a horrendous start by Texas A&M. Georgia trying to avoid something like that, certainly, but we haven't made a shot yet in the first 3 minutes. Take advantage of exceptional lease and finance offers on the versatile BMW X3 sports activity vehicle. For more details, see your local BMW Center or visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. BMW and Adams say go Dogs.
Yeah, we got Smurf, Jake Wilkins, and also Justin Bailey into the game now.
Smurf dribbles to the right on the wing. Reverses to James. Left side of the floor. Hand off to Bailey. Bailey attacks in the paint. Twists around. Pivot. Turn around. Fadeaway 2 won't go. Off the rim again. Chinyalu fights for another rebound. Gets it for Florida. Gators ball. Lee over the timeline. Far sideline. Zips a pass to Hauk on the near side. Hauk dribbles across the top of the key. Hands off to Lee. To Condon in the circle. He'll dribble left of the lane, run into a double team. Throws it high to the right to Hauk. He attacks off the glass as he charges towards the basket. His shot bounces off the rim, no good, but he got a foul, and you will go to the line. Foul was on Justin Abson, I believe is who they called that on. Abson, the 6'9", 250-pound senior from Coconut Creek, Florida, commits the foul and puts Hauk on the free throw line for the Gators, where the SEC Player of the Year candidate hits the first free throw. Hauk, one of the best in the conference, if not the nation. 6'9", junior forward from New Oxford, Pennsylvania, hits a pair of free throws there. And the Gators have an 8-0 lead. 16-16 to go first half. Dogs looking for their first points on this possession. Absent straddles the 3, has it out left of the circle. Gives it to James. James dribbles inside the arc. Smurf chases down the basketball in the far corner. Smurf double teamed and has it stolen by Lee. Up ahead to Flan. Wide open dunk good. 10-0 Gators. Flan with 6. Millender quickly over the timeline for Georgia. Smurf across the top of the key. Hand off to Bailey. Bailey, contact for Lee. He slides down, tries to draw a call, bounces it off in the paint to Abson. And I couldn't see it. Did we lose it out of bounds?
I couldn't tell either. We're kind of, our view's slightly
as it always
here.
is. We got a timeout. We'll check it out during the timeout. 15:38 to go first half. Gators with all the points. They've got 10. Georgia has nothing on the Bulldog Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations, grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion, from romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles, offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/Go Dogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Attention Bulldog Nation, if you want inside access to breaking news, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive content featuring your favorite players, then join Glory today and unlock members-only coverage and VIP experiences you won't find anywhere else. Visit glorygeorgia.com to sign up today.
And Scott, what concerned us most is taking effect, having a huge effect here in the first 4.5 minutes, and that's we're having to deal with the glass and the rebounds, and they're leading us 7-3 there. But where they're really hurting us is we're getting zero second chance opportunities. If we shoot it, they're grabbing the rebound, and when they shoot it, they do get a second chance opportunity, or they're able to tip it around until somebody can come up with it and they can set up their offense again. But we got to stop the bleeding here and get some points on the board quickly, or else they're going to run away and hide.
No doubt, 10-0. Georgia's leading scorer is on the bench. Jeremiah Wilkinson is out for this ball game with a shoulder injury. Dogs out of the huddle with Bailey and Catchings, Abson, Smurf, and Blue. It's Georgia's basketball. 17 on the shot clock as Smurf will inbound left of the basket. Down to our right now. He inbounds it to Abson. He'll turn around and give it to Catchings. Bailey rushes out midcourt for the pass. Now they send it to Smurf. Smurf with 8. Works against Condon. Attacks. Sidestep left. Ball loose. Cannon with 2 seconds in the lane. One-hander won't go. Hit the back of the rim. Everybody in blue rebounding for the Gators. And they're out of the pack with it. Dogs miss another shot. We're 0 for 7. 10-0. Florida with the ball and the lead. Condon's one-handed pass deflected by Abson up in the air and pulled down by the Dogs. Georgia with a takeaway. Smurf attacks from the left slot. Reverse layup won't go. Rebound Florida. We're 0 for 8. Gators with the ball in the front court. Condon from Australia attacks right side. Too high off the glass. Hand-locked, an offensive rebound for Florida. Urban Klavjar in the ball game now. He's a specialist. Terrific three-point shooter for the Gators, if they do have one on their team. Condon dribbles across the top of the key, hands it to Houck with 2 to shoot, puts it in the air from 3. No good. Rebound Catchings for the Dogs. Will turn and take it up left to right. Dogs still looking for their first points almost 6 minutes into the game. Catchings for 3. There they are.
There you go.
Scana Energy three-pointer. Cannon Catchings puts the Dog on the board. We needed that cannonball from the left corner. It's 10-3.
Meant a lot.
Klavjar for three. He answers from the right wing. His first basket, and it's 13-3. Gators number 14 in the nation in the latest polls this week. Blue Kane drives, contact with Flan, no call, and a lay-in by Kane is good. Boogie Flan went sliding on his backside and wanted the call, but didn't get the whistle. 13-5, Georgia trails by 8. Flan, jumper, short range, left side, around the rim and out. It went around the world and kicked out. And the Dogs got the rebound. Kane's got it, puts it in overdrive. Oh, what a one-handed
man. And that ignites this crowd and those Bulldogs. Look at the reaction.
He kicked it into a different gear and took it right into Condon and dunked it. 13-7. Florida ball. Kane almost got the steal, went sliding for the ball in the left corner.
And listen to cheers for that effort. Listen to that is not boo, that is blue.
He ran out of real estate, but he gave up his body, went sliding on the floor to get the deflection. Going to be Gators basketball right next to the Georgia bench. Blue Kane giving it his all.
That is the kind of competitive spirit that fans love, other players love, but coaches really love.
Florida inbounds the ball with Isaiah Brown, a 6'4" guard. They get it back into the hands of Xavier Lee, the former Princeton Tiger. Long three by Lee. Good. He ripped it.
Boy, you mentioned long. That was really long.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to be able to shoot the three very well. That's their second of the half. 16-7. Kane for three. Can he answer? No, missed it. He bricked it to the right side of the backboard. Rebound to Gators. Lee down the middle of the floor, curls around at the foul line. Gets the ball back. Now Lee goes right wing. Brown for three. He ripped it. Isaiah Brown with their third three. It's 19-7 Florida. 12:20 remaining first half. They're hitting threes and rebounding the stuffing out of the basketball. There's a foul on Lee against Ross. First foul on the Gators. Dogs to inbound. We're down 12. Ross to throw it in. Hauk guarding. High lob into Smurf almost at half court. Go to Catching's right corner. Cannon trying to back down Lee in a man-to-man. Blue comes to his aid on the right side of the floor. He'll send the ball over to Smurf. Smurf moves left, puts up a three. It's good.
Boy, that's nice.
Three-pointer, Smurf Millender. That's our second, Chuck, and I think, well, Sompto's down again on the right end of the floor, on his back, right at the elbow. And again, no whistle or foul was called, but Sompto ended up on his back, and I guess they'll go into the timeout now with 12:01 to play in the first half. Looks like the officials may come to the monitor now during the timeout, and they will. They're going to take a look at that last play.
The previous action during the shot on the rebound is under further review. This is an official initiated review. This will also be inside the window of our 12-minute media timeout.
That's all the information you need to know. Everything but the out cue. 19-10. Florida leading Georgia on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At home on your phone, in the backyard alone, you can play all day, make some money. Anytime, Digi Games are online.
Digi Games from the Georgia Lottery are online with over 50 fun games, plus your favorite draw games. Mega Millions, Powerball, Keno, Cash 3, Cash 4, Fantasy 5, and Cash Pop.
Digi Games, draw games, it's all online.
Win money on your phone, tablet, or laptop at PlayDigi.com. Play responsibly.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
All right, let's go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle. It's brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. Chuck was listening in during the huddle, during the timeout. Chuck, what was happening?
Well, there were three things that were primarily talked about. Rebounding, strangely enough, wasn't one because I understand they know what they're against going up against there. But transition, doing a better job getting back out in transition against them. Secondly, was shot selection. We want to do a better job with shot selection. That's why right now, I look down, we're 4 for 13, shooting 30% from the floor. And then the final thing, of course, was defense. We've got to tighten up the defense and, get in their grill. Those were the three things that were talked about while I was standing there. Now, he may have mentioned some rebounding later, but, there's only so much we can do about that. They've got, four great big men that they do a great job getting on that glass, and we're kind of outmanned there.
Georgia out-rebounded so far 11-5, yet to get an offensive rebound.
Following the review, there was nothing that was upgraded to a flagrant foul, so it will be Georgia ball, Florida ball on the baseline with 30 on the shot clock.
So Florida ball, or as the official said, Georgia Florida ball. They're going to share it. Gators ball, they lead 19-10, 12:01 to go in the first half. Dogs with Wilkins on the floor, Ross, Smurf, Catchings, and where's our fifth guy? There he is, Somto, who is back on this end. Gators inbound against some Georgia pressure, and Xavier Lee will bring it into the front court for Florida. 6'4", senior transfer guard from Princeton. He's from Toronto, Canada. Gators ball, Brown dribbles out of the left corner into the paint. Blocked away by Jake Wilkins. Knocked it loose, and Catchings caught the loose ball.
And that was after taking a tough block on a screen.
Georgia has possession. Wilkins working right of the lane. Spin move, throws up a one-hander. No good, short rebound. Hand-locked up ahead to Hauk on an angle through the paint. Tried to lay it up from the right side. He got fouled by Ross. Jordan Ross with his first, team second. And again, Hauk, who averages almost 18 points a game. He's the Gators' leading scorer this season. Back to the free throw line, where he's 2 for 2 tonight, shoots 74% this season. He had 13 free throws in their win over Texas A&M last Saturday. Went 10 for 13 at the line. And he converts his first opportunity here. 20-10, Gators in front. Georgia got off to a cold start. We missed our first 7 shots of the game. Florida quickly had a 10-0 lead. Hauk hits a pair of foul shots and exits. Condon back on the floor. Klavjar, Brown, Lee, and Chinyelu back on the court for the Gators. Dogs with Kane and Somto, Smurf, Ross, and Catchings. Jordan Ross on the dribble goes to Smurf. Deep right side three near the sideline is no good. Rebound is loose, rolling back towards the baseline. Not a gray shirt there. It's all surrounded by blue, and the Gators pick it up. Klavjar, head of the key on the dribble, drops it off to Condon. He feeds Brown to the right. Ross defending him. Isaiah Brown, the sophomore. High lob, short lob to Condon. They quickly go into Chinyelu, who I think, did he shoot it? I got screened out.
I couldn't tell.
It went around the rim and out. I couldn't see who shot it, though. I apologize. Dogs have possession. We got the rebound on the Gators' miss. Smurf, reverse pivot, layup, sweeping from the right side.
Yeah.
Good by the little guy.
We've seen that shot before.
Gators get down the floor in a hurry, and Condon with a dunk on Somto, 23-12, Florida.
Well, Somto was just a half step late. And that's what Mike White had just talked to him about, was getting back in transition.
Gators with a 10-point lead. Dogs with the ball. Ross on the dribble. Tried to go up and under, and Condon blocked the shot out of bounds right under the backboard. It's going to be the Dogs' ball, 13 on the shot clock. Somto comes out. Catchings jogs off the floor. Somto walking. Absent in the ball game. Dylan James back on the floor. And Ross to throw it in, with Condon jumping up and down right on the baseline. Feed it into James. He went up high to get it with two hands. James, elbow jumper, missed the back off the back of the rim. Chinyelu boxes out and gets the rebound. Gators basketball. They lead by 10. Lee, no look to their right. Back to Boogie Fland, who's back on the court for Coach Todd Golden. Condon attacks from the left side. Tries to back down two men right of the left of the lane. A wraparound pass to Chinyelu. Sails out of bounds right into the photographers on the right baseline. It'll be Georgia basketball.
Well, and we need a possession here where even when we miss the first shot, that we're able to get a second chance. We're just not getting those.
Dogs have one offensive rebound so far in the game. Ross puts it up from the left side. Short-range jumper rolls off the backboard and the rim. Rebound down to the Florida Gators as Boogie Fland picks it up. Now dribbles into the lane, into the front court. They move it back out away from the basket, back to Xavier Lee. He'll step into a three and drain it. Head of the key three, Lee with his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 8. 25% three-point shooter. He's made a pair so far tonight. Chuck told you earlier, the Gators dead last in the SEC in three-point percentage. There's an offensive rebound by the Dogs by Justin Abson, and his one-handed putback rims out again. No good. Rebound Florida. Fland attacks. 1-on-4. Rest of his team was behind him. He missed the shot, and the Dogs rebound his miss. Blues got it in the right corner for the Dogs now. Drives out of the quarter, into the paint, curls in towards the basket. Passes into the corner to James. Up the wing on the left side of the floor to Smurf, and he'll reset. 10 on the shot clock. Smurf gets a partial screen from Justin. Now feeds him the ball. Abson goes to Dylan James with 5 to shoot. Back to Smurf. 2 to shoot. 1 to shoot. Here comes a late 3. Rattled out. No good. Went in, came out. Chinyelu got the rebound.
Boy, so close.
That one wouldn't stay. Basket spit it out. 26-12. Gators by 14. Largest lead of the half. Condon puts it on the floor, dribbles into a double team on the right block. High lob back up on the right wing to Boogie Fland. Ross guarding him. 9 to shoot for the Gators. Fland comes this way with it to Lee. Lee, one dribble, now steps back for a 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Offensive rebound, Chinyelu. Steps under, try to reverse lay in. He missed it off the iron. Rebound to the Dogs. Blue through traffic, through 2 defenders, runs into a crowd under the basket. Kick out Dylan James. Missed the 3 from the right corner. Dylan 0 for 16 on threes this season. Hasn't made one yet. Gators have the basketball. They are leading by 14 with 7.5 less than that now. Minutes remaining in the first half. Brown, set shot, 3, good. Left of the circle. Isaiah Brown with his second. For a team that's not good at threes, they've got 5 already in the half, and they lead by 17.
Starting to feel pretty bad about one of my keys.
We call a timeout with 7:17 to go. Is this a TV timeout? Or a media timeout? Yes, it is. All right, 7:17 to play in the half. It's Florida leading Georgia 29-12. We'll come back to Stegman Coliseum right after this on the Bulldog Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget, That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
If you're a contractor, you're like a coach. Your success depends on the team you put on the field. I'm Kevin Swanson, business manager with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613. With over 5,500 skilled electricians right here in Atlanta, we provide the training, the reliability, and the experience to help you finish your jobs on time and under budget. If you're ready to grow your business with a team you can trust, let's talk. Visit IBEW613.org today.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Congratulations to the Georgia women's tennis team. Just won the indoor national championship, and they were just recognized with their trophy. Brought the hardware tonight here during the timeout. Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Florida jumped out to a 10-0 lead. Georgia couldn't make a shot, missed our first 7 before we finally got on the board. But the Dogs have not been in front, and we're behind by 17 now, right now, Chuck. That's the largest deficit of the half, and the Gators are currently on an 8-0 run.
And our shooting percentages just continue to drop down the low 20s now. But I got to tell you, we need to do something to get this. This is a great Coliseum for Georgia when it's packed like it is tonight, and it is most all of our SEC games are like this. And this crowd, if you'll give them something to ignite about, get on a little run, show them some excitement like Blue Cane diving a while ago, and get that crowd excited, they can make it tough on these Gators. They can be that sixth man that Georgia needs tonight.
Kareem Stagg will check in for the first time for the Dogs. He'll inbound the basketball. Georgia's possession will bring it up the length of the floor left to right, down 17. We trailed by 15 in Baton Rouge on Saturday. Came back to beat LSU at the Maravich Assembly Center. Layup attempt out of the timeout by the Dogs fails, hit the glass, and the rebound down to the Gators. Well, they're getting everything on the glass. Chinyelu already with 9 rebounds in the first half and still 6:49 to go. Offensive foul call on Florida.
Yeah, they get a hip check. That'd be a hockey hip check.
Yeah, Ross ended up on his backside on the foul call against Alex Condon, his first.
All right, now let's punish him. You know, you got to turnover. You got to foul him. Let's punish him now.
That's Florida's
go down and
turnover.
score.
Ross dribbles, one-handed pass to Catchings off the curl right side. He reverses back on the right wing. Now on the baseline, under the basket, skips it to Stagg for a 3. Off the rim, no good. Somto up high, two-handed rebound. Pump fake, and a dunk.
How about that? An
Somto,
offensive rebound and a conversion, right?
Somto dunked it amongst all those blue shirts. Hauk works his magic quickly for the Gators. A wraparound pass and a dunk by Florida to answer quickly by Condon. And Hauk was the guy that got that started. Now Somto hit in the face, and his shot is blocked. Gators on a run out. Klobuchar thought about the 3, but the pass was too slow to get to him. Puts it on the floor and dribbles against Bailey. Dribbled it off his foot. Bailey picks up the loose ball. Dogs with a takeaway. Bailey up the near sideline into the front court to our right. Catchings has it. Throws it to Ross. Fakes the 3. Drives in for a 2. Bank shot is short. Bodies on the floor back on the right end. Gators have possession. They lead 31-14. Lee with a head fake on the three. Drives, kick out to Houck. He misses badly from deep on the right side. Rebound to the Dogs.
He does not have a field goal.
Sompto slow to get down the other way, holding his face. Catchings misses a three from the right slot. Florida with a rebound again. Hand-locked and one dribble in the paint. Kick out Houck for three. That one's no good. Off the rim. Rebound is loose, picked up by Bailey. Justin Bailey off the bounce. Slowly into the front court, left side. Bailey still dribbling, Houck guarding. Sompto missed the screen there. Ross has the pass. Dribbles it a couple of times on the wing and hands it off to Catchings. Cannon with a bouncer back to Bailey. High lob to Sompto. 9 to shoot for the Dogs. We trail 31-14. We go back to Bailey. And a foul called on the Gators. That was on Klavjar. I think it was a hold, perhaps. I didn't see it. It was away from the ball. That's his first and the team's third. Georgia will maintain possession, and they'll reset the shot clock to 20, and we'll inbound. We substitute Absent back in the game, get Sompto out. Smurf to throw it in from the right baseline. Check a whistle.
They were holding. That time, that was a hold.
They call a foul on Chinyelu. Now he wants to argue with the referee. Chinyelu arguing with KB Burdett. They were like face to face trying to explain each other's side. This is my story. Smurf drives into a double team on the baseline. Kick out to Stagg for a three. It's good for the freshman. Kareem Stagg with his first points of the game. That's only his fourth three-pointer of the year. 31-17. We need a few more of those. We're down 14. Lee has the dribble for the Gators. Back and forth behind Houck. Now he gives him the ball right back to Lee. Layup good with the left hand on the drive. Give and go.
Yep, give and go. And they ran it to perfection.
Lee's got 10. He's already reached his average here in the first half. He's their fifth leading scorer on the roster. Stagg backing down Houck. Look at the freshman just muscle it up and in.
He just took him to the hoop. He took Howell right to the basket. Took him to school.
33-19.
That's a freshman showing the junior what it's all about.
Let's get it, Kareem. 14. Houck puts it on the floor and drives. Kick out into the corner for a three, and it's good. Isaiah Brown with his third three of the game. The sophomore guard off the bench with 9 points. Dogs miss a little one-hander from the left side by Bailey. Rebound to the Gators. Again, they're dominating on the backboards. 23-14. They lead in rebounding. 3:20 to go first half. It's 36-19 Florida. Gators ball. Flan dribbles. Feeds Houck. Smurfs on him way out between the circles. Back over to Flan on the left wing. Defense switches. They go into the left corner for a three to Brown. He missed finally. Nobody was on him and he missed. Dogs rebounded. Bailey all the way to the rack running. Layup with the left hand. Good by Justin Bailey for his first points. 36-21. Florida in front by 15. Gators ball. Less than 3 minutes remaining first half here at Stegman Coliseum tonight. Lee over the logo on the dribble with the left hand. Guarded by Bailey, who extends the left arm. Gets a screen, steps back, launches a deep three. It won't go. Off the rim. Blue Kane pulls down the rebound and sprints up the floor. Spins in the lane under the basket and lost the dribble out of bounds. There was contact with one of the Gators players when he came out of the spin. He lost control of the basketball and turned it over.
He got bumped pretty hard, too.
2:26 to go in the half. It's going to be Florida ball when we come back from the timeout. 36-21 is our score. Gators in front on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. If you're like me, you're tired of high prices, high fees, and paying more for less. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for 90 years. Whether it's better rates on an auto loan or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org today. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
We know no one's journey is the same. That's why Delta Sky Miles moves with you. From earning miles on reloads for coffee runs, shopping, and things you do every day, to connecting you to new experiences, the Sky Miles membership fits into your lifestyle, letting you do more of what makes you, you. It's more than travel. It's the membership that flies, dines, streams, rides, and arrives with you. Because when you have a membership that's as unique as you are, there's no telling where your journey will take you next. Learn more at delta.com/SkyMiles.
Is your current IT setup keeping you up at night? Are you tired of wasting valuable time on IT problems? Spend less time worrying about IT issues and more time growing your business. Liberty Technology gives business owners the peace of mind they need to focus on growing their businesses. We're not an IT vendor. We're a business catalyst. Visit libertytech.net. That's libertytech.net or call 770-229-9424 so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
(36-21) Florida leads Georgia. All right, Chuck, I'm going to give you a moment to shine, okay?
All right.
Stand by.
I'm ready to shine.
It's time to spotlight the first half's best in game stats. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs.
Well, I'm going to bypass the obvious, which is their rebounding for the best in game stats so far. I'm going to go with their three-point shooting, which right now is 42%. And let me tell you something. Numbers don't lie. They are 28% three-point shooters. 28%. They're shooting 42% so far this half. That will not last. That number will come down as this game progresses. If we can find ways to start knocking shots in as opposed to all the misses we've had, and we've had a lot of misses, and that we don't get many second chance opportunities. So if we can find a way to start making our shots, let them fall in love with the three. I want them to, because I don't think over the course of this game they'll maintain 42% shooting.
Here's another difference, too. The Gators with 8 assists on 13 made field goals. Georgia has 1 assist in the game. We've only made 9 shots, but we only have 1 assist. But that's kind of what Florida makes you do. They make you go one-on-one. They don't let you share the ball. They get their hands on a lot, and they pack it inside and just dominate the paint area. Gators ball. Fland will inbound it for Florida. They'll bring it up the length of the floor right to left. They're in blue. Georgia in gray tonight. Georgia trails by 15, 36-21. Lee in the left corner faked the three. Catching's closed out on him, so he gives it up to Fland.
We're sitting back in that zone.
Fland, slow dribble on the edge of the logo. One-handed pass to Houck to the right. They go to Condon at the elbow. He works against Smurf, and that's an easy shot over the 5'11" Millender, and he puts it up and in.
Wasn't much chance that Smurf was going to block that.
Smurf was fouling him, too, down low, but they didn't call it. 38-21, Florida in front. They scored the first 10 points of the game and have led ever since. Smurf attacks, falling down, throws it up from the right block. It goes around the rim and falls through for him. Good. Smurf with 7. Florida, Lee. Driving layup is good, and then he wants to talk a little bit, talk a little trash after he made the bucket. Dogs miss a 3 by Bailey on the right side. Rebound goes to the Gators. They lead 40-23. Condon double teamed by 2 guards on the left side. Long arching pass to the right wing to Lee. And he'll drive, miss a layup, underhand. And then he and Smurf want to chit-chat a little bit. They called a foul on the Dogs. Going to put Xavier Lee on the line. Foul was on Smurf. That's his first. Team's third. And Lee to the line, 80% foul shooter, 44-55 this season. He's scored over 1,400 points in his career, and most of it was spent at Princeton. Free throw number 1 is good. No Jeremiah Wilkinson tonight. If you're late to the party, he's out for this game due to some sort of a shoulder injury or soreness, is what we were told. Second free throw by Lee, the right-hander, too hard, missed it off the back rim. Catchings gets the rebound and sprints into the front court and then falls down. He slipped on something and lost the handle. Lee picks it up and runs the other direction.
Smurf caught up and tapped it out of bounds, took it away from him.
It's going to be Gators basketball. Smurf and Lee still talking a lot tonight.
Well, give Smurf credit that time for hustling because we were beaten on transition, and he just came flying up, got him from behind, caught him from behind, reached out and tapped the ball forward and out of bounds, but prevented the easy layup.
Dogs get Kareem Stagg back in the ball game. Catchings comes out. Jake Wilkins on the floor as well. Dylan James, Smurf, and Ross. Florida high inbound to Hauk on the far side of the floor. They give it back to Fland. He dribbles close to the logo, now puts it on the floor and drives. Pull up 2 right side. Off the rim, no good. Chinyelu, the big guy, back in there, and he muscles it back up in heavy traffic and gets it to go. First points of the game for Chinyelu. He's in double figures already on the glass. Here's Stagg for a dunk on the right side.
Boy, you know, I'd keep feeding the big guy there.
Kareem's got 7.
And he's feeling it.
Only played 2.5 minutes in the win at LSU on Saturday. Didn't score, didn't rebound, had a steal. But he's got 7 off the bench here in the first half. But the Dogs have a lot of catching up to do. We trail 43-25. Less than 20 seconds to go first half. Fland with a left-hand dribble on the logo, guarded by Ross. Ross turning that head side to side, looking for a screen. Now Fland takes off, slides on the floor, loses possession. Ball rolls out of bounds on the right baseline. So Boogie in those lime green shoes slipped on the floor and lost the handle. Georgia has possession with 6.5 seconds to go, and we have to bring it up the length of the floor.
Mike.
Jake Wilkins to throw it into Smurf. He turns around, about a 3/4 sprint into the front court, 2 to shoot, all the way to the rack. Layup, good at the horn. Smurf took it coast to coast.
Well, that helps.
Millender with a layup to beat the clock at the end of the half. 43-27 our score at intermission.
Well, let's go into the locker room and regroup here. See if we can do a better job of shooting the basketball here in the second half. And at the same time, let them keep taking those threes, because I got a strong feeling that those numbers, which right now has them shooting 42.9% from behind the arc, that's going to come down. They're 28% shooters from 3, and that's.
But you know, they really haven't been able to energize the team.
You're right, affect the game. But if the team will just give them a little hint of, you know, of a burst of energy, burst of scoring, you know, a couple of good defensive plays, you know, they'll really come up out of their seats and get behind this team and push them. And don't think that doesn't happen, because it does, and you can ask them.
Dogs get the ball to start the second half, and we are underway here in half number 2. Georgia trails 43-27. Kane with the ball outside the 3, gives it to Somto, edge of the paint on the left side, to Stagg, who starts the second half. Back to Somto and a dunk wide open.
An assist from Stagg.
Somto with his 4th points of the game, 43-29. That's a good way to start the half. Florida's first touch now on the right end of the floor. Here's Hauk, who didn't hit any of his shots in the first half, had 4 free throws. That was all of his scoring for the Gators' leading scorer this season, averaging 18 a game. Go high-low. They try to lob it into Chinyelu from Condon, head of the key, and Somto swats it out of bounds. shot deflection. It'll be Gators ball with 7 on the shot clock. Thomas Houck to inbound near the far corner. High lob into Condon. Clock ticks at 5. Boogie Fland, step back 3, left corner. Too much on it, no good. Catching's got the rebound. But Somto and Chinyelu both end up on the floor under the basket, and the whistle blows. And let's check the call. They both got tangled up. Is there going to be a hook or something, a hold?
The famous signal that they're coming to look.
Yes, they are. Yes, the headsets are being readied for them as we speak.
So basically, they blew the whistle and
call on the floor is a double foul. This play is under further review.
Oh, okay. So they didn't know. They called it a double foul.
Yes, and they're going to further review it. So we'll keep it right here while they take a look at it. We're looking at a replay on the video board, or part of one anyway. Looks like Somto and Chinyelu were getting into a little bit of a wrestling match there.
That's a double foul.
Somto he had his left arm up in Chinyelu's throat. Chinyelu had a fistful of Somto, and they both went to the floor.
He had his right arm up in Somto's throat.
All right, now they're going to call a media timeout here. Well, it's going to take a little bit longer to review this, apparently, than they thought. So we got a media timeout. 54 seconds into the second half. It's Florida 43, Georgia 29. We'll be back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
$365 days a year. Just call us up. We'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. At Shoemake, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Shoemake.
Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius app.
The review has determined it was common foul. So the double foul stands.
All right. So Chinyelu and Surreal each called for a foul. That's 2 on Chinyelu now. That's the first on Somto. And now KB Burdett, the crew chief, has put the headset back on and is once again looking at the video monitor. They had taken that off during the break and went across the way to talk to the television folks and explain what was going on.
Well, I think that
here comes the announcement.
Following the review, the double foul called on the floor is confirmed. Those fouls are on 9 from Florida, 2 from Georgia. Since this was an off-ball foul, it's when the foul occurs and not when it's recognized. So there was no possession, meaning Florida will get the ball off the alternating possession arrow with 20 on the shot clock since the ball hit the rim on the baseline.
That's a pretty good explanation.
Yeah, I think you covered everything. So Florida has it. Thomas Houck will inbound it. 20 on the shot clock. And he feeds it into Condon on the left side of the floor. He's guarded by Blue Kane. Condon at 6'11". Spins into a double team. Now steps through. Tries to lay it up. Missed it. Stagg rebounds for the Dogs as the layup attempt rolls off the front of the rim. Dogs have possession, down 14, 43-29. Catchings left-hand dribble out front on the left side of the floor. Gives it over to Sompto and right back to Catchings. They screen Hauk. Cannon drives. Bank shot won't go. Rebound tipped by Sompto over to Blue. Kane hooks a pass out to Smurf. Head fake on the three. Puts it on the floor and then dribbles it back behind the three-point line. Now attacks again under the basket. Skip into the corner to Kane. He's going to go baseline. Wrap around. Handoff. Sompto missed the lay-in. Rebound. Gators. Xavier Lee zips up the floor. Finds the three-point line and fires one deep on the left side off the rim. No good, and there's a whistle under the basket.
They call Sompto?
I think they got Sompto for a push, I believe is the call. Sompto played foul-free in the first half. He's picked up 2 here in the inside the first 2 minutes of the second half. Gators inbound it. Condon dribble it over to Fland. Fland on the logo. Passes right side to Lee. Crossover Lee trying to get away from Stagg. Lee down the lane. Shot blocked by Sompto. Smurf's got it. Middle of the floor. Angles to the near side. Here comes a three. In and out. No good. Tap up. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Blue picks it up off the bounce on the floor. He's double teamed. Feeds Sompto. Filling the lane. Wild lay-in. No good. Ball tapped away again. Kane tries to bank it home. That's no good. Chinyelu got the rebound and then fell down under the basket. His feet came off the floor. He's called for a travel. It's going to be Dogs ball.
And 30 seconds on the shot clock because they had possession when he fell and moved his feet.
Georgia will throw it in with Smurf right of the basket. Opposite angle to Blue in the left corner. Here comes a three. It's good. Scana Energy three for Blue Kane. His first of the game. 43-32. Dogs down 11. Gators ball. Lee with it. On the left side of the floor. He dribbles it back away from Smurf, who's guarding.
And you hear that crowd now.
Lee hooks it to Chinyelu. Slides under the basket. Up and over the rim. No good. Stagg with the rebound. Up ahead to Smurf. On the right wing. He works. Jump pass, head of the key. Stagg for three. Hits the front of the rim. And Condon clears for the Gators. To Fland, who takes it over the timeline for the Gators. They lead 43-32. Florida basketball. Condon along the three-point line. Has it knocked away. Blue race to the basket. Here comes Condon. He fouls, and Blue's dunk rattles out. No good, and Blue face down on the court. Now he's going to get up. He pushes himself up. He's okay.
That kid is tough.
Condon sprinting with Blue Kane. Try to prevent the dunk, which he did, but he got called for his second foul. And Blue's going to be on the free throw line for Georgia. Kane for 2 shots, 89% shooter this season, 57 of 64. And if he hits a pair, he can get the Dogs back to a single-digit deficit. We've trailed by as much as 20 tonight. Free throw, good. Blue with 8 in the ball game. 43-33 our score. Gators substitute now. They get Klavjar and Brown and Hanlogton back in the ball game. Deep breath for Blue Kane. 6'5" junior from Knoxville, Tennessee. Free throw good. He ripped them both. All net for Blue Kane. Stagg comes out. Give that boy a hand.
Oh, no doubt.
My goodness.
And
Kareem has played well tonight off the bench.
Yeah, and the whole bench stands up and gives him pats on the rear end as he heads down to his seat.
Jake Wilkins checks in for the Dogs along with Justin Abson. Florida basketball, their lead is 9 now. Was it 20 in the first half late? Brown has the dribble guarded by Smurf out near half court. Jump pass to Hanlogton at 7'1". He feeds it back to Lee. Lee into the corner along the baseline now. Klavjar. They cut off the drive. 4 to shoot. Hauk looks at the clock. Hoists the three, and it's good. Late in the clock, Thomas Hauk was virtually wide open and drained it. 46-34. 12-point lead for the Gators.
He stepped out of bounds.
Cannon catching spin move all along the baseline. And his foot caught the baseline. Out of bounds, says Courtney Green, the official. Blew the whistle, and the Dogs, with an unforced error there, turned it over. 46-34 Gators, nearing 16 minutes to play in the game. Florida basketball, Hauk with an underhand lob over to Brown, who had 3 threes in the first half. Klavjar shakes off Blue Kane and knocks home a 3 from the left corner. That's his second. Georgia tries to answer quickly. Jake airballs a 3 from the right side. Rebound is knocked out of bounds by Florida. It'll be Georgia possession. And we've got a timeout. The under-16 timeout, 15:48 remaining. Gators push it back up to a 15-point lead. We got it to 9, and then here go the Gators again. 49-34 is our score. Florida in front on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Is your current IT setup keeping you up at night? Are you tired of wasting valuable time on IT problems? Spend less time worrying about IT issues and more time growing your business. Liberty Technology gives business owners the peace of mind they need to focus on growing their businesses. We're not an IT vendor. We're a business catalyst. Visit libertytech.net. That's libertytech.net or call 770-229-9424 so you can focus on what matters, growing your business.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus free premium delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics, and for every 3-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana says, go Dogs. Let's check our 3-point total. The Dogs are 4 for 16 tonight. Cannon Catchings has a 3. Blue Kane has a 3. Smurf has 1, and Kareem Stagg has 1. The Gators have hit 8 of 18. They're just 1 away from their SEC high of 9 3-pointers in a game, which they've done 4 times this season. But we caught them on a bad night from our vantage point, Chuck, because they're hitting the threes.
They are hitting the threes, and I still think it's going to back up. But right now, it's showing no signs that it wants to do that. In fact, you know, this half they're shooting 50% after 43% the first half, or 42.9. And, you know, that kind of took the air out of our bubble there where we had it down to 9 points.
Yeah, that was getting exciting there for a second, and that's about how long it was. And then all of a sudden the Gators take off again, and they lead it by 15. But a lot of time remaining, 15:48 to go here in Athens tonight. Georgia's going to inbound the basketball as soon as they turn them loose. Smurf standing over the end line, waiting to throw it in. High lob into Abson, contested by Handlockton, and he fouls on the inbounds. He was battling Abson to go up in the air with it, and he grabbed his arm. Micah Handlockton with his first foul, the team's 3rd of the half. Dogs flip it in with Smurf to Blue, guarded by Brown across the way on the right wing. Behind the back dribble to avoid a collision over there by Kane. Still with the basketball. Baseline spin. Banker knocked it home from 10 feet to the right. Blues in double figures with 11. 49-36 our score. Gators in front. Somto to the scorers table to check in during the next dead ball. Thomas Hauk, 1 dribble across the head of the key for the Gators, sends it to Lee. Lee dribbles down on the right baseline. Jump pass up the wing to Hanlockton. Quickly gives it to Brown. Turns the corner, down the lane. Layup, no good. And the rebound. Keith Kimball doesn't know who knocked it out. The baseline official, he has to ask KB Burdett on the right sideline, and they give it to Florida. Abson out. Somto in for the Dogs. 13-point deficit right now. Georgia down 49-36. Brown, high lob into Houck. Houck explodes out of the left corner into the paint. Loses the basketball as he sprawls about wildly, and they're going to say the Dogs got him on the arm with, I think it was Justin Bailey. They called the foul on. Free throws again for Houck. That's where all of his points have come tonight. SEC Player of the Year candidate, and he hasn't scored a field goal yet. Correction, he scored one.
Yeah, the one he scored, I think, was a three.
It was a three, yes. His first free throw is good. And the right-hander from Pennsylvania puts the second one up and in. He's 6 for 6 from the line tonight. 51-36, Florida. They've led all night. Georgia has not played with the lead as of yet. Less than 15 minutes remaining. Catchings in the circle. Throws it down in the lane, trying to get it to Somto.
Yeah,
there's a foul on the Gators as the ball went bouncing around, almost stolen by Florida, and it would have been had the whistle not blown against them. Foul was on Isaiah Brown. That's his first, and Georgia will throw it in with Smurf. 20 on the shot clock. Feeds it into Somto. Surreal beyond the three in the left corner. Works against Hanlockton. Dribbles into the paint. They're pushing and shoving. Somto, and then finally a foul is called.
Took a lot to,
Hanlockton.
I tell you what, they'd already shoved him about 1.5 yards before that whistle blew.
Knocking him off he was dribbling on 2 feet, but he ended up on 1 because Hanlockton was just shoving him. Hanlockton, 7'1" and 260. Transfer from Marshall. Smurf's got it after he inbounded it. Drives down into the paint, nearly travels, tries to wrap around to Somto. Ball is loose and out of bounds under the basket on the baseline. Somto was trying to save it. Dogs hit a late shot well after the whistle. Scrambling threw up a deep three, blue. But it's not going to count, of course. And we turned it over instead. 51-36 is the score. Florida in front by 15 points. Xavier Lee prepares to inbound the basketball for the Gators. We won't press. Lee will walk it into the front court. Smurf will meet him on the logo at half court. Goes to Houck, back to the basket, beyond the three. Whips it to his right to Klavjar, guarded by Ross. 14-18 to go in the game. Klavjar picks up the dribble. Top of the key. He pivots, throws it away. Picked off by Smurf. Here come the Dogs in transition. Feeds it right to Blue, back to Smurf. Thought about the three, finds a different spot on the floor, and the three ball will not stay in there. All over the rim and rolls down to Micah Hanlockton, who rebounds for the Gators. Smurf got a good look. Gators, three ball, right corner, too deep from the corner by Klavjar. No good, rebound Georgia. Blues got it. Kane with a right-hand dribble into the front court, and almost had it stolen away by Isaiah Brown. Blue recovers, dribbles awkwardly into the paint. Hook shot won't go, off the backboard and the rim. Somto got a hand to the face, and a foul is called on the Gators.
That's their sixth.
Somto sitting down now, out of bounds under the basket. Dylan James to check into the ball game. Somto still grimacing. He's been in that position about 4 or 5 times tonight. He's been on the floor more than he's been on the bench.
I got to tell you something. Scott, this has been a physical game. I mean, you expect it when you've got big guys out there, but, you know, this one is really, the officials have kind of let it go.
Now, Georgia's trainer, Yoshi Saito, is going to have to come and escort Somto off the floor. Now he's grabbing at his throat and bending over. And they'll take him to the end of the bench. They may take him up the tunnel. I'm not sure.
Well, and that may send the officials over to make sure that nothing untoward happened on that play.
Todd Golden, the Gators head coach, with a wry smile down to our right as the officials have gone to the video monitor.
Well, and let me tell you what sold him was when he bent over walking off and grabbed his throat.
Suddenly it went to his throat. So maybe Somto's trying to sell it a little bit. Well, nonetheless, everyone gets a free timeout while the officials go to the video review.
There you go. It was just a little right arm, or left arm, I should say, across his throat.
By Brown, as we look at the replay. Probably not flagrant, but we'll get a determination. Hey, Bulldogs basketball is brought to you in part by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Does Kohl's sell internet and Wi-Fi?
I got to tell you, one of the things I think the Gators
I need
are doing
right now.
Scott, I do think the Gators are, intentionally or unintentionally, but I think they are well aware that if they keep hitting it at Somto, that he might lose his temper. I mean, they've seen it happen, and he got a flagrant 2 and tossed out in Gainesville. So
the common foul on the floor has been confirmed. It will be Georgia ball on the baseline.
There you go.
And the foul was on Isaiah Brown, their 6'4" guard, a sophomore from Orlando. It's his second of the game.
20 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan Ross will have the honors for the Dogs.
Georgia to inbound the basketball. Jordan Ross, Blue Canes in the near left corner. Kareem Stagg back on the floor at the head of the key. Smurf runs towards the basketball, and we throw it away on the inbounds. We turned it over. Fland has it now, sprints into the front court left to right for the Gators. 51-36 is our score. Florida by 15. They've got the ball. Condon just inside the three-point line on the left side of the floor, guarded by Stagg, who gets up tight on him now. He's picked up the dribble. They go to Chinyelu in the circle. Rubin puts it on the floor, slides a little bit, works against Dylan James. He's able to get a little body English on that little one-hander to get it to go, which he did, 53-36. Dogs basketball now. We're down 17. Stagg works in the paint, skips it to Dylan James. Floater from the left side, around the rim and out, no good.
How many
about
have we
6 feet? Yep.
Rattle in and out of there.
Came down to the Gators. They've got the ball and the lead. Fland, fadeaway 2 on the right block, falling out of bounds. It's good. Boogie Fland now, giving Florida a 55-36 lead. We got it down to 9 in this half. Trailed by 20 in the first half. It's almost back to a 20-point lead again for the Gators. Smurf through traffic to the rack. Lay in good from the left side.
Now hurry down, Dogs. Better get back.
Gators run an alley-oop lob. Klavjar to Condon. Easy dunk from the right side of the rim.
You could see it coming. We were just not being diligent in getting down the court quickly in transition.
Stagg left open for a 3. Too deep from the head of the key. Hits the back of the rim, and a foul on the rebound, says Keith Kimball. And the foul going to be on Thomas Houck for the Gators.
Well, that's 1 and 1.
Georgia will be at the free throw line. For only the second time tonight, Blue Cane has Georgia's only 2 foul shots of the evening. He made a pair. Now it's Dylan James going to the line for the first time in this game for a 1 and 1. 12:02 to go in the game. 57-38. Florida leads. Dylan, right-handed free throw off the rim. No good. Rebound, Chinyelu. Yet another one for the SEC's leading rebounder. He's got 15 rebounds tonight. Condon dribbles off the left wing and hands it off at the head of the key to Klavjar. Long two is too high off the glass on his jumper. Another rebound by Chinyelu as he saved it on the baseline. Out to Flan, deep three, beat the clock. Buzzer was just starting to sound, and the ball went through the hoop on a three by Boogie Flan. Gators have stretched it out to their largest lead of the game now. It's a 22-point lead. Stagg has it knocked away in front court by Condon, but retrieves the ball, puts it on the floor and drives, and Hauk, coming from the other direction, fouls Stagg. Hauk was covering Blue Kane, tried to prevent the handoff and collided with Stagg and called for the violation. Hauk's second foul that gets us into a timeout. It's all Gators tonight, 60-38. Dogs have given them a punch. Do they have any left? We got it to 9, but the lead is back to 22 now for Florida. 60-38 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Big games and big bills have one thing in common. They don't happen alone. We're the United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72. And we're training the next generation of mechanical pros in Athens, Atlanta, and across the state of Georgia. The pipeline to your future starts here. Visit ua72.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Creature Comforts is now the official craft beer of the Dogs. And if there are two things that pair well, it's Georgia Sports and Creature Beer. Whether that be a Tropicalia, a Classic City Light, or a Sip 'em Seltzer. Now available in Stegman Coliseum or anywhere good cold beer is served. Two institutions, one town, one team. Go Dogs. Sip 'em. 21 and over. Champions drink responsibly.
Florida with a 22-point lead on the Dogs. 60-38 with 11:15 still remaining in the ball game. Jeremiah Wilkinson missing tonight's contest. He's Georgia's leading scorer this season, averaging 17 a game. He also leads the team in steals with 41 this year, so there were a lot of production from Jeremiah this evening. Has a shoulder injury and is sitting this one out. Dogs could use his point production, that's for sure, as we trail by 22, largest deficit of the game.
Use that quickness on defense, too. Even if you're not getting all of his quickness to the basket, use that quickness, guarding guys, getting in the passing lanes, creating turnovers.
Well, as Mike told us in the pregame, he's Georgia's best at getting paint touches as well. He's got such terrific speed. I mean, he can get the ball in the paint near the basket.
He can get from out behind the arc to the rim in a blink of an eye. And you know what else he can do when he gets there? He can elevate. He's got terrific vertical.
Dogs leading scorers tonight. There are two of them, Blue Kane and Smurf Miller. They're each with 11. We're only shooting 31% tonight. Gators at 46%. Their leading scorer is Xavier Lee, who has 13. Boogie Fland with 11. So they're bigs who get all the attention. They haven't really gone off offensively. Now they're carrying the load on the glass. They're out rebounding Georgia by 8? Yeah, 34-26. And Chinyelu has 15 tonight. Kareem Stagg at the free throw line for the Dogs.
His 10th point.
Number one was good. .68 freshman from Chesapeake, Virginia, hits a pair of foul shots for the Dogs. 60-40. Gators with a 20-point lead in the ball. Dogs in a zone in the half court. Flan dribbles between the circles, goes to Hauk on the left wing, back to Flan. Lollipops one to Klavjar in the left corner. Moving the ball around. Condon has it now, left elbow. Dribbles across the foul line, 6 to shoot. Knocked away, stolen. Catchings has it. Crossover, changes hands, poked away by Klavjar. And out of bounds in the corner near the Georgia bench. It'll remain Bulldogs basketball.
Well, Cannon should have given that ball up to Blue, who would fill the lane over on the other side. Blue had an easy layup.
Florida's going to challenge, I think, the out-of-bounds call. Todd Golden up off the bench and getting close to the half-court line to get the officials' attention.
The call on the floor is Georgia ball off an out-of-bounds violation. That play is being challenged by Florida.
Adam says it's off us.
We'll get a look at a review here on the video board overhead. Yeah, well, the ball bounces off Cannon's foot and bounces left into the Georgia bench area. So by that angle, Cannon's foot was the last thing that touched it. So it will be out on Georgia, at least according to that review. And it's a quick review by the officials.
Yep.
The challenge is successful.
This is a successful challenge following the review. It will be Florida basketball on the baseline. Florida will have one challenge remaining, even though that was a successful challenge. They will not be charged a timeout.
So Gators basketball. Klavjar will inbound it to Boogie Fland.
You notice one of the things the Gators are able to do with their size is they throw passes over the tops of defenses.
And they're accurate, too. A little arc on them. Klavjar misses a three from the left slot. Gators chase down an offensive rebound. Get it to Hauk in the right corner. He misses a three. He's just been cold tonight shooting. Dogs have possession. Cannon Catchings keeps it. Jumps along the baseline to Bailey. Up the wing to Kane for a three, and it's good. Scana Energy three-pointer by Blue Kane, his second of the contest. He's got 14 tonight.
All right, let's see if we can get back-to-back stops here.
60-43. Dogs trail by 17 with 10 minutes to go. Hauk's got it in the right corner. High lob on the right block to Condon. Jump hook over Stagg is good. Just about 4 feet away, you get it to Condon at 6'11", and that's money in the bank for the Australian junior. 62-43. Georgia's trailed all night. Stagg with the ball along the three. Finds Millender open. Ball knocked away. Rolls back to half court. Chased down by Kareem Stagg. Dogs keep it alive. Shot clock down to 10. Kane's got it now. Drives into the paint. Head fake. Double team. Lost the ball. Bounces between his legs down low. It's picked up by Chinyelu. Florida with a steal. Here's Hauk in the front court now. Klavjar has it along the three-point line. Left side of the floor. Comes to the near side to Flan. Chinyelu. Down on the baseline to Hauk. Right back to the big guy. Chinyelu forces up, and the shot will not go, but he was fouled on the floor first, but I think they're going to give him 2 shots, and they are. So Ruben Chinyelu to the line, 6'10", 265, transferred from Washington State a couple of seasons ago. In the first meeting with the Dogs, he had 10 points and 4 rebounds. His first free throw is no good. Tonight, he has 4 points and 16 rebounds. He misses that foul shot. He's got another one to come. 68% shooter this season. Stagg comes out of the game for the Dogs. Somto's back on the floor along with Ross. And Blue and Catchings and Smurf remain on the floor. Second free throw is good. Chinyelu hit 1 out of 2. (63-43), 20-point lead for the number 14 team in the nation and the leader in the SEC. Nice pass from Smurf inside under the basket to Somto, who finished with a dunk and then got fouled on the play, so he's got an and one coming. Smurf with the assist. Somto got the finish and a chance to add one to it as he'll go to the line. Foul was on Ruben Chinyelu, and that's his third. Surreal now with 6 in the ball game and a free throw, his first of the night.
And the Dogs, following this, will go into the double bonus.
Free throw is good, all net.
All free throws going forward for Georgia will be 2 shots.
See if we can get to the line a little bit here in the last 8:55. 63-46, Florida in front as they have been all night long. They scored the first 10 of the game. Georgia missed its first 7 shots of the game. Gators throw it away on the far side of the floor. Bodies went chasing and stopped just short of the courtside seats. They could have taken out about 4 or 5 people over there had they continued to run. But everybody pulled up. Dogs ball, Somto. Has it taken away somewhere down in the vicinity of the basket. I got screened out. Gators have the ball. Here's Fland with an awkward drive. Kick back to Hand-Lockton, who feeds Hauk. Ball knocked away from him. Picked up by Fland for a 3. That's no good. Rebound taken by Georgia.
Yeah, Blue's doing a great job.
Kane with a 3. He is doing a great job. There's a three-pointer head of the key by Blue, his third of the night. He's got 17.
I have great vision.
Hauk answers with a quick drive and a dunk for the Gators. Dogs catchings for 3 in the left corner. There's another one. 65-52 is our score now. Back and forth we go. 7:48 on the clock. Gators have the ball. Hauk pushes it inside the arc to Condon. Back out to Lee. Open 3. Missed it off the rim. Rebound Kane. They go for the ball. He zips into the front court. Blue for 3. Bricked it to the left side. Ball is loose. Rebound saved by Kane. Jump pass to Smurf. He attacks. High floater. Pass is tipped. Somto caught the deflection and got hammered to the floor. Foul called on the Gators. Somto going to be at the free throw line when we come back. Foul was on Hand-Lockton, I believe. That's his third. 7:22 to go in the game. We got a timeout. Georgia trying to make another push here.
Yeah, I got a chance to get it to 11 here at the free throw line.
Gators lead at 65-52 over the Dogs on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Game days start with Community Coffee, proud coffee partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Community's story began over 105 years ago from a simple belief that great coffee has the power to bring people together. After 5 generations, their family's still roasting smooth, rich coffee that builds community one cup at a time. Community Coffee, community in every cup since 1919. Discover more at communitycoffee.com.
Along with Chuck Dowdle, Scott Howard back courtside here at Stegman Coliseum. Gators lead the Dogs 65-52. Their large lead tonight has been 22. And Georgia trying to peck away at it. We got it down to 9. That's the only time we've been at single digits in the second half. But then Florida had back-to-back buckets. One of them was a 3. and they jumped right back up by 15, and they've been mostly in that range ever since
then. Well, but like you point out, they stretched it out to 22. We got a chance right here at the free throw line to cut that in half, down to 11. And we've been getting some stops now, not necessarily back-to-back stops like I like, but we're getting at least, maybe 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 4 stops on the other end, and that helps. That gives us a few more shots, a few more opportunities. Georgia's also looking at the 3 a lot more. You see them trying to pass the ball around and find that 3. That time they ended up going inside. Sompto got fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Florida came in dead last in the conference in three-point shooting, 28.8% on threes. They've hit 9 tonight, which matches their SEC high. 5th time they've done that in a conference game this year.
But 3 for 10 here in the second half, so they're 30% more down near what they normally shoot.
Yeah, cooled down a little bit. Sompto at the line, 7:22 on the clock, and we're down 13. That first free throw is too deep. Hits the back of the rim and bounces away, no good. Surreal tonight with 7 points, 2 rebounds. Blue Cane has a double-double, by the way, the 4th of his career, the 2nd this season. And that free throw will roll in there good. All over the rim as Sompto checks out for Justin Abson. Sompto made 1 out of the 2. 65-53 is our score. Gators lead by 12. Blue Cane with 17 points. He's the Dogs' leading scorer tonight. Matches a career high with 11 rebounds so far. Gators work in the front court now. Hauk and Lee play catch. They go into the corner now to Isaiah Brown. Back to Lee. Quick touch to Hauk. Alley-oop to Hand Lockton. And he dunks it home from the left side.
Well,
first points of the game for the 7'1" junior.
That was a planned play, too. They cut Hauk right to the middle, and then from there it was alley-oop.
67-53, Gators, 14-point lead. Smurf's got the ball, dribbles through the lane, gives it back to Bailey, and it quickly gets back into the hands of Smurf. 6 to shoot. Blues got it now. Kane, crossover, slips a little bit, recovers. Got to put it up. Beat the clock, hits the front of the rim on a leaner. Cannon Ketching's got the rebound, and Gator's going to strip it out of his hands and out of bounds. Touched last by the guys in blue. It'll be Dogs' ball. 19 on the shot clock. And still a lot of work to do for the Dogs. 6:23 to play. We're down 14. Smurf to inbound, left to the basket support. Down to our left. High lob into Sompto. Fland flicks it out of his hands, but it bounces over to Catchings. He gives it to Bailey for a 3. Out of the corner, won't go. Rebound tapped, controlled by the Gators. Hauk on the run, feeds Fland. Drops it off on the bounce to Lee. Through the paint. Gators moving it around. Hauk's got it. 1 dribble. Back to, that's Brown on the dribble. No, that's Lee. Works against Kane. Spins into the paint off 1 leg. A fadeaway 2 right in front of the bucket is good. Xavier Lee with his first points of the second half. Georgia attacks with Smurf quickly down the floor and a layup good. Smurf in double figures as he works it up to 13 points tonight. 69-55, Florida by 14. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Gators in control. Lee to Hauk at the elbow. Back to Lee along the baseline. Steps back for a 3. That rattles out. No good. Bailey the rebound. He clears for the Dogs. Gets it to Smurf. Deep in the right corner. Catchings. Sidestep left. Drains a 3. Good. Thought he got hit too, but no whistle there from Keith Kimball. The 3 is good by Cannon.
These officials have let a lot of contact go tonight.
69-58. It's back to 11 points. 5 minutes to go. Crowd would like to see another push by the Dogs, but we need some stops on this end. Brown attacks along the baseline. Oh, man. Looked like a thing had a magnet on it. The ball was rolling off the left side of the rim, and it just came right back and fell through. Now they get an 8-1.
Like the building tilted. I mean, it was going the other way.
Foul whistled on the Dogs. So the layup is good by Brown. And Sompto picks up a personal, his 3rd. So it's an and 1 for Isaiah Brown, the 6'4" sophomore from Orlando. averaging 5 points a game, shooting 76% from the line this season. He's got 11 points off the bench tonight. He came into the first half and hit 3 threes and really gave the Gators a boost. Brown for one. Left-handed shooter, free throw is good.
They've been good at the line.
He's got 12 points, and the lead is back up to 14, 72-58. Dogs with Smurf, chased down by a double team of Gators. Smurf in the corner to Somto. They won't let him have the ball. He runs an alley-oop to Somto, catches it about 3 feet from the basket, and still dunks it.
Somto gave him the ball, cut to the basket, and Smurf fed him the perfect alley-oop.
And that was against the double team as well. Boogie Fland loses possession of the ball for the Gators down on the right end of the floor, right under the backboard. Lost it out of bounds. Florida turns it over. It's a 12-point lead for the Gators. Georgia's getting it back with 4:21 to go. Smurf over the timeline. They grab his arm over there. They don't call that. Under the basket to Catchings, left corner. Spins along the baseline. Brown defending, and a foul called on Isaiah Brown finally. That's going to put Cannon Catchings on the free throw line. 2 shots coming with the clock stopped at 4:09.
Well, that's
Third on Brown.
That's one of the great things about the double bonus is we're always getting 2 shots, and the clock stopped.
Catchings shooting foul shots for the first time tonight. 65% for the year. He had 23 points in the win at LSU on Saturday, but was just 2 for 4 from the foul line. He hits his first attempt of the evening.
Watch Cannon when he lines up to shoot a free throw. Most guys get right up on the line. Well, he is that time. On the other free throw, he was back about 6 inches from the line.
His toe wasn't quite touching the line. There was a little bit of space between his right foot and the foul line. He was a little bit closer on the second attempt than he was the first. 72-62. It's a 10-point lead for the Gators with 4:09 to go. Well, we've seen certainly crazier things than that, coming down from 10 with this kind of time remaining. But we need some stops on the defensive end. Gators have the ball, 3:58 remaining. Lee for 3, and we need to stop allowing that to happen. Lee with his third 3 of the night. He's got 18 points. He's their leading scorer. 75-62, Florida by 13.
Well, let's see if we can answer it with one.
Smurfs got it to Blue. Wanted to shoot the 3. Condon got out on him. He dribbles and drives and feeds Stagg, who attacks inside. Floater from 3 feet, hit the back of the rim and bounced out. No good.
He was right there, too.
Gators got the rebound with Big Chinyelu. He's got 17 boards tonight. Ouch. 75-62 Florida. Fland, excuse me. Boogie Fland. His jumper dies on the back of the rim and then falls through for him in the circle. About a 17-footer that went.
Boy, they've gotten every bounce on the rim. I mean, it's amazing how the ball seems to just bounce on the rim and fall through for them.
Timeout is called with 3:15 remaining. Media timeout right here with Florida up again by 15 points. You think you're getting it whittled down, and then all of a sudden they're back up 14, 15, 16.
Well, that's a 3 and then a bouncing 2.
Yes, 77-62 is our score. Gators going for the season sweep over the Dogs. We've got 3:15 remaining here at Stegman. Back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Kohl's gets it. Valentine's Day comes with expectations. Grand expectations, telepathic expectations, and heart-shaped everything expectations. Yes, even waffles. Kohl's has gifts that rise to the occasion. From romantic to playful, sparkly to sweet, or all of the above. Plus, get 15% off some of your finds. So go ahead, exceed those Valentine's Day expectations with Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends February 16th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
At home on your phone, in the backyard alone, you can play all day, make some money. Anytime, Digi games are online.
Digi
Great games from the Georgia Lottery are online with over 50 fun games, plus your favorite draw games. Mega Millions, Powerball, Keno, Cash 3, Cash 4, Fantasy 5, and Cash Pop.
Digi games, draw games, it's all online.
Win money on your phone, tablet, or laptop at PlayDigi.com. Play responsibly.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Brad, a healthy former Marine who unexpectedly suffered 5 heart attacks and then heart failure. He credits Piedmont with saving his life.
The teamwork it took to provide me a path forward through a surprise heart failure and almost 5 months of intensive care in 3 different Piedmont hospitals is difficult for me to even imagine, but you guys nailed it. How do you thank someone for the gift of life?
Hear more at Piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Florida had a 43-27 lead at intermission. We played pretty even here in the second half. Georgia actually with a 1-point advantage in the second half. But Florida has a 15-point cushion right now. Leading scorers in the game. Blue Kane for the Dogs. He's got his second double-double of the season, the 4th of his career with 17 points and 11 rebounds. And Xavier Lee, the Princeton transfer, with 18 points to lead Florida. Their top rebounder is Ruben Chinyelu with 17.
That's unbelievable. That's a lot of
He
boards.
racks them up. He averages 11 and a half a game. He's the top rebounder in the conference. And we see why every time we play them.
He did not hurt his average tonight.
He did not. Hey, let's grab a quick station identification break. Pause for 10 seconds on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Georgia heads off for the Midwest portion of the SEC this weekend. We travel to Oklahoma. We'll be in Norman at the Lloyd Noble Center on Saturday afternoon to face the Sooners at 3:30 Eastern Time, 3:05 air time here along the network. Dogs with the basketball, but we turned it over. Catchings trying to distribute to Stagg, and Florida stole the basketball. Gators in front court. Less than 3 minutes to go now. They lead by 15, and they're spreading the floor here.
Yeah, they're content to do a lot of dribbling. Not much passing now.
That's what Fland is doing on the logo. Sends it left to Hauk on the wing. Down on the baseline now to Chinyelu, guarded by Stagg. They go underneath. Was that Chinyelu that scored or Condon? I couldn't see.
I don't know, but
screened
all
out.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
is they ran it down to like 4 seconds and then scored.
Yes, they did. Chinyelu got the bucket. It's 79-62. Dogs have the ball. Smurf with a left-hand dribble. Jump stop to the block. Back to Bailey for a 3. Ooh. Missed the bank shot. Rebound. Karams down to Catchings. Feeds Bailey, who had it stripped in the paint. Gators run the floor. Fast break points on the right end. Fland with a lay-in.
Well, that was disastrous on offense by Georgia. Bad shot.
Dogs attack. Good shot that time.
Yep.
And a whistle and a foul as the Dogs
Smurf
get the layup. Smurf got the points and is going to the line for an and one. Millender now with 15 points, looking for 16. Smurf was one of the bright spots offensively in that loss in Gainesville to Florida. He had 18 points to lead Georgia in scoring that night. Missed the free throw there. Gators have the rebound. 81-64, they lead. And a lot of the students are starting to head up the aisles now with less than 2 minutes to go. A lot of the courtside seats are starting to empty as well. There's a foul out on the wing by Cannon Catchings. Not the Dogs' night. 14th ranked Florida on their way to their 18th win of the season. They will improve to 9-2 in the SEC and maintain first place in the conference.
Well, I mean, let's be honest about it. We had to play without our leading scorer. I mean,
Yes, we did.
And that's
That's not what you want to do.
No, not when you're
playing the best team in the league.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that any night, really, but especially when you're playing somebody of this caliber. Here's Condon along the baseline for a dunk. 40-foot pass from Xavier Lee from high right wing to the left baseline, and Condon finishes with a dunk. 83-64, they're stretching it out here. Minute 15 to go. Bailey sweeping, driving the layup with the left hand is good by the Wofford transfer. 83-66, Florida.
Mike White does not want any senseless fouls. He's saying just let them dribble it out.
Yeah, play some defense, but don't foul. Houck inside. He probably was fouled, but there was no whistle. I think the officials are under that same rule. Millender, 3 for Georgia. Left corner, won't go. Off the rim. The rebound is tapped out from behind by Blue Kane. Houck had position, and Kane kind of came over his back, knocked it away through his arms. Again, there was no whistle there. There probably could have been called a foul, but was not. 83-66 with just under 43 seconds to go. And now, is Georgia going to challenge that out-of-bounds call?
You know what? I would have.
I think they
The
are.
previous call on the floor is Florida basketball off an out-of-bounds violation. That play is being challenged by Georgia.
I thought it was off of them. I really did. Clearly off them, but I wasn't going to dispute at this point.
Well, we're getting a look at the replay. Yeah, it looked like Houck is the guy that had a hand on it last.
And he acts like he was the guy that had a hand on it last.
So Georgia should win that challenge based on the replay that we just saw on the video board.
Based on Houck's reaction. Oh, where he puts his hands up. It's like, I shouldn't.
I hope they didn't see me. There are eyes everywhere. So it should be Georgia basketball. Yep. The challenge is successful with 42.9 seconds.
That is a successful challenge by Georgia. It will be their ball on the baseline with 20 on the shot clock.
So again, Georgia goes to Oklahoma this weekend. Sooners in last in the league right now at 2-9 in the conference, 12-12 overall. Florida goes home to play Kentucky on Saturday afternoon. That could be interesting. Smurf to inbound for Georgia. Here's we wind down this one. Blue Kane inbounds 3 is going to rattle out. No good. Rebound Chinyelu again. I don't know if he's going to get to 20 tonight or not. Well, he did. Excuse me. That was his 20th rebound.
Wow. That's a lot of
20 rebounds. My goodness. Dogs called for a foul. And Florida's going to shoot the 1-and-1. That's the 7th team foul on the Dogs. 34 seconds remaining. Klavjar, 6'1" junior guard from Slovenia, at the line. 89% free throw shooter, and the right-hander hoists it up and in.
Oh, they're substituting.
They get Victor Mikic in the ball game, a 6'11" sophomore center from Serbia. Also Alex Lloyd coming in the game, and C.J. Ingram, a 6'6" freshman guard, will sub in for the Gators, along with Alex Kovacev, transfer from Sacramento State. And he's listed Australia as his home country, and Georgia will get Jaden Newell into the ball game as well. 34 seconds remaining. Newell, a 6'8" redshirt junior from Destin, Florida. Ace's older brother checks into the ball game. Somto comes out. Klavjar's free throws made it 85-66 with 32 seconds to go. Smurf over the timeline, dribbles far right wing, cross court to Catchings, shoots the 3, won't go. Rebound Mikic, he's shoved in the back by the Dogs, and that's a foul on Georgia. Fouls on, they call that on Bailey, Justin?
Thought they called it on Newell.
Did they? You're right. I thought he was saying 7. with the hand gestures.
Hand gestures,
but it
hard
was
to tell.
2-4. It was 2-4. Yes. So it was on Newell. And Victor Mikic, 6'11", 260. He's 2 for 6 from the free throw line this season. And the Florida fans in the building are enjoying seeing this guy get a point as the free throw is good.
Well, what they're cheering for is the
big guy,
the 7'9".
Olivier Rioux, 7'9" and 305 has just come into the ball game.
And 305, he's not fat.
He's standing right next to Smurf too. Look at that. 5'11" and 7'9".
Block him out, Smurf.
He's giving away a couple of 100 pounds. Second free throw is no good. Catchings clears for the Dogs, gets the rebound in the paint. Smurf has it in the front court. He'll find a spot left wing, shoot the three. That's no good. Rebound is loose. Picked up by Ryu. He fell down, handed it to a teammate. They'll dribble it over the timeline, and Kovacev will dribble out the clock. The coaches will shake hands, and the game will end right now. 86-66. The final score is they turn off the scoreboards. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Do we need to do that? 86-66.
Ooh, wow.
There's one left up there. I see it. They didn't turn that one off.
Yeah. They got the we did get the final score sheet out in a hurry, though, didn't we?
Florida wins it by
To collapse all I've learned, to absorb with open eyes, to see this revelation, new serenity. Destruction is harmony. To see this, I'll wait for you. To rise from this dream, I will be waiting for you. To rise from this dream.
3, 2, 1, Dogs do the improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to win the SEC tournament.